if you could help them and they're in need of help. Ayo guys, what's happening? It's your boy Rain DJ back again with another episode of Just a Thought. And this week, I don't really have a thought to share with you per se. I would like to talk to you about something that I would like to do, and maybe if you could help me do it or inform me about some of these things. So, when I first came here to the States, I got a job at Dorney Park, and I remember within some of my first weeks there, I would see how much food they throw away at the end of the night. And I remember asking like, yo, what would it take to start a thing where you guys like give this food out to homeless people around? And the guy I asked said he wanted to do something like that too, but they're not allowed to. He asked that question before me as well. And this is something I kept thinking about for a while. Months later, at another job, talking to someone else about something along those lines, an older person, much older. And he started telling me about taxes in America and how companies um, write off certain things as damaged goods, not used goods. And all of that, and all of it starts to make sense because, if you have how do I put this? I mean, it's simply this: if you have food which is intended to be eaten, and at the end of the day you don't sell it, but you go and you give it to homeless people in a charitable cause or manner, then the food was used in its form of intent, its original intention. It was eaten. So at the end of the year you can't write it off. But if you throw said food away, oh, it was not eaten because it's spoiled or it's not good, then at the end of the year, major companies get to write that off as, business expenses or losses and avoid paying taxes on some of those things. And it's kind of sad. It's kind of messed up that that's the world we live in, where in order to make more money or save money, some of us are willing to let others go hungry. And this is something I've been watching and seeing for years. And just the way how I was raised, it just doesn't sit well with me. I remember all through college, I'm not one to like go brag and boast and tell people, oh, we do this, we do that. But all through college, I would give people my snacks if I had on me. I would pack extra snacks on me, and there are specific homeless people on campus who I would see them and give them the snacks to. If I was like, I remember times where there would be like people out giving out free things. I would take one and then just go give it to like that same homeless dude. Because there's this one guy in particular. I would walk past. If you guys know Philadelphia, if you know by Cecil and Broad, by Morgan Hall, by the skate spot there by the subway, he would always be there, and I would see him reading a book or reading a newspaper. And then at nights, you would see him on the streets because you know me, I don't really sleep much, so I'd be out all hours at nights. And I would see him on the street sleeping on the vent to stay warm in the winter. And it would have me thinking about things like, why aren't there any external pipes on campus? Okay, I understand the temperature changes, the pipes might burst, water might freeze and all that. The cost of water, someone might leave the pipe on running and all that. But there's a way. There is a way. And moving to Rome proved that to me. These people have free water for over for since ever. The way how I mean, yes, they're fortunate. The way how the river around Rome is shaped and all that, but water is running there nonstop for hundreds of years, like free on the streets. We could figure it out. Homeless people don't have that option, and I think about these things all the time. Some of them may be scammers, and I've been scammed before, giving people money thinking they're homeless, and then you see them doing the same thing like the next day or something. I remember one day too, coming home from school. It was like 1 a.m. Leaving the studio, I was so tired. I went to 7-Eleven and I got some snacks. And I walked out, and this homeless dude asked me. And I was just like, man, just gave him the whole bag. And then when I got home, I was like, oh shit, I don't have nothing to eat. So I had to go I had to go back to 7-Eleven. And I went back there. This same dude, I saw him put in the bag that I gave him. I don't know. I don't know if it's the bag that I gave him or another bag. Put in a bag in his backpack. Closed his backpack up, went back on the same spot and was doing the exact same thing, trying to get somebody else to give. I'm just like, what? You just, you know? So yeah, there's that you gotta look out for. But shouldn't deter you. Doesn't deter me. Because what I want to do is I would like to do two things this year, or at least one of two. I would like to be a part of or help orchestrate some sort of cleaning around the area, the Philadelphia area, I guess like North Philly around the campus, wherever, somewhere, because it just I hate seeing people litter. It it's messy. It's a disgusting mind state. Um, Clutter also lowers the frequency. You can't think, and I think about that as well. Like, is that why? Is that one of the reasons why the society in this area is how it is? Like, there's so much clutter already here, so why care? Let's just add to the clutter, and then it's like a snowball effect, and the clutter bec- is no longer just visual, but it becomes the mind as well. Like if you're just surrounded by filth, you're gonna start thinking like filth. It's just how it is. If you're trying to get work done and be productive, you clear your space and you try to work in a, in a focused, serene environment. So I'd like to contribute to that. Hopefully, try to clean up this area. I hope it would. I mean, just hope for the best. And then secondly, I would love to be a part of or orchestrate some sort of food drive, or a day when we just make a bunch of sandwiches for people, homeless people, and go give it out. Because the other day, one Sunday, I was in the city. I don't really go down to the city that much. And when I went and I was walking around, I saw so many homeless people in the heart of Philly. And I was just like, what? By City Hall, all around there. And I was just like, what? I saw some guy having like a really bad trip, like a really bad trip. And the first responders were there just there. They couldn't help him. They couldn't really touch him, nothing. And I understand all of that, why and all that. But it just got me thinking, like, how can I help some of these people? Because not everyone was there by choice. Not everyone went down that road. When I look at homeless people, I try to think, yo, not every homeless person is a drug addict, and not every drug addict chose to become a drug addict. Some people are homeless because they had a medical injury and they just couldn't pay the bills for like 15 years and it caught up on them and life. Some people are homeless because their spouse hid money, or their spouse lied about how they were spending money, and then years later it turned out that nobody paid the mortgage, or like these things happen, and we have to be aware of that. We have to try to be mindful of that. Not everyone chooses such hard lives. No one would choose such a hard life. So if you can help, I think we should. And I don't know, I just want to reach out to anyone who in the area is willing to help, or can at least point me to the direction in which I need to go to make some of this possible. Because I really want to help. I really want to clean up the streets, and I really want to feed some of the people. It's heartbreaking for me. So I don't know. It's not really a thought to or a topic to that needs discussion. We should all be able to eat. That's like the one basic human necessity. We should all be able to eat. Um, so if you could help somebody, and that's it. That's today's thought. If you could help them and they're in need of help, then help them. That's how I feel. So yeah, if you could contribute, DM, comment below, let me know. Very serious about this, really serious. I probably want to make like sandwiches. Maybe we could do that first, then organize the cleaning thing after. We could all put together and make some sandwiches. If you want to send money, if you want to send supplies like food, like the bread, the cheese, the tuna, the whatever, please let me know, because I would love to do this sometime soon. All right, bye everybody. Have a great day, an amazing start to your week. All love.